Hey everybody, what's going on? The Montreal Canadiens are finally in the month of the NHL Draft, and there's plenty of rumors surrounding this team at the moment. Before we dive into today's video, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's as easy as clicking in the bottom right-hand corner of this video. Now, with the Montreal Canadiens' plans this offseason, there's going to be plenty of buzz surrounding available players on the trade market and the Montreal Canadiens pairing the two as a logical partner, which makes plenty of sense, which is why the likes of Trevor Zegras and Martin Necas are two of the names that the Montreal Canadiens are buzzing around at the moment, along with plenty of other teams in the NHL. So although these are two of the names that are currently out there for the Montreal Canadiens to be interested in, I'm not necessarily sold on either one of them being Montreal Canadiens. I would say that there's a more likely chance that Trevor Zegras comes to Montreal than there would be with Martin Necas. And I say that because I just don't think the the Carolina Hurricanes have any interest in trading with the Montreal Canadiens at the moment with what they're looking to acquire for Necas. I think that the Montreal Canadiens have D prospects, which Carolina is certainly looking for, but none of the ones that the Montreal Canadiens are looking to move off of would really move the needle a ton for the Carolina team. I think that if you have Jordan Harris, Jaden Struble, etc. in a package, there's some value there, but it's not necessarily what this Hurricanes team is looking for in trade talks. The Montreal Canadiens are very unlikely to move off of the likes of Caden Gooley, Lane Hudson, David Reinbacher, the list goes on. There's just too much upside in these players to move off of them when you don't really know what their value is at the NHL level. So I think for now, it doesn't really make sense in terms of upside with this player and overall trade match. I don't see the Montreal Canadiens trading for Martin Necas, even though they're in the rumors to potentially do so. According to insider reports, there are at least half the teams that have called the Carolina Hurricanes in regard to Necas, and the Montreal Canadiens are among those. I just don't necessarily see this being a perfect match. The Canadiens are searching for that player that can really bolster their top six, much like they've done in the past with Kirby Dach and Alex Newhook, which both have been arguably really strong trades for the Montreal Canadiens at the moment. Of course, we're not going to know how they play out if Kirby Dach doesn't stay healthy and really take that next step to his game that we believe he's capable of. But Newhook had a really strong first season in Montreal, minus the one injury that he suffered. So I think there's plenty of reason to be optimistic about what he can put up on a yearly basis for this team. And both these players are currently at really strong cap hits. So I think there's a lot to like right now from a Montreal standpoint. But in terms of acquiring one of these players on the market right now, I think Zegras, there's some potential there. I'm not necessarily sold that they would like what he'd bring to the table in a playoff-like setting just because of the physicality of the playoffs bring. But still, the Montreal Canadiens are going to continue to be in talks for players like this to bolster their scoring up front. But I think it's more likely than not that this move that the Canadiens eventually make for a bona fide top six forward is going to be one that surprises a lot of people. There are names on the market that we don't even know are on the market right now. And I think that there's going to be a move like that for the Montreal Canadiens in the next month or so that really helps bolster their top six. I think there's a lot of value in that. I think Kent Hughes knows the type of player that they're looking for in their top six. I think they're looking for someone with size, someone that could pot 20 to 25 goals per season. Of course, there's more upside present on the table if they go out and try to swing for the fences with a move like that. I think you're trying to acquire a player that still has untapped potential like they've done in the past. So I think they're really going to continue to move the phone lines, continue to be present in those trade conversations, and really work hard to try to improve the offense of the Montreal Canadiens heading into next season. That's it for me today from Cook's Corner. As always, let me know in the comment section down below who your prediction is that the Montreal Canadiens eventually acquire via trade or even free agency over the next month or so for this off season. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.